Hello, everybody. This is why we shouldn't do podcasts. I'm Josh, and I'm here with Cap and Conquest. Is that correct?
Howdy, howdy.
Yeah. And Cap.
Hey, howdy.
All right, so this is, of course, our first episode. We're not entirely organized, but
Oh,
Not
we,
at
we
all.
don't know much
agree.
about podcasts, but we're going to give it a shot.
One way
So,
to find out.
yeah, one way to find out. So, why don't we just talk about
Yippee-ki-yay,
ourselves?
motherfucker.
Oh, Die Hard reference. Nice.
We're doing it live!
This this isn't going to be posted on Christmas, by the way. So,
Oh,
that reference is
Well,
a
then
little
fuck
out
you.
of
I'll
date.
make that reference. No, I'll make that reference again at Christmas.
yeah,
Fine.
keep
You
that
think
one
I
in your
won't
back
remember
pocket.
to do it in 2 months?
Yeah, Christmas is like... No, it's not 2 months away. It's like a month and
5 days
24
away.
days.
Otherwise known as basically 2 months away.
Alright, fine. Round up if you want, you fucking prick.
We're off to a great
Oh.
start.
Well, with
Fantastic.
that wonderful start, I believe I will go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Conquest. I am the resident alcoholic. This is the part where they would greet me if this was AA, but you can tell I'm a little too used to those introductions. Anywho,
Cap?
I'm Captain. I'm just trying to keep some shit together here, so...
he's
What are you
failing.
captain of exactly?
I'm not quite sure.
Are you like a fucking pirate or something?
I came out of the womb with a captain hat on.
Ah, and with like a MacBook downloading music illegally.
Right. Oh, yes,
You
that's
fucking
precisely.
snake. And of
I don't look
course,
so good in a mullet, though.
God damn it.
my name is Josh, and I run a few channels. One of my most popular channels is, I think many of you have heard of it. It's called Ray William Johnson. Sorry, Ray William Penis. No, wait. Product placement paranoia. That's what I meant. The most highest quality content you'll ever find.
On the shittiest platform to find content.
Exactly. Are good to talk shit about YouTube, or do you want to save that for another time?
How much time do we have?
Yeah, I feel like that should be its own dedicated episode because I feel like all three of us could probably ramble on for several hours on all the problems with YouTube.
Oh, I can just summarize by saying they don't believe in free speech.
Wait, aren't we posting this on YouTube?
Shush,
Yeah.
shush, shush. No.
Shh.
It's only hypocritical if people call us out on us, and they're not going to call us out on it if we just don't acknowledge it.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of podcasts talk shit about YouTube and get away with it.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
really
It'll be
leaning
fine.
on the fourth wall here.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Is it really leaning if we've already broken the window and we're poking our head through?
Definitely. Fuck.
So let's try to re-rail this derailed train, and let's go on to a new game.
Well, that'll come later. You guys saw the fucking list, right?
My apologies, I didn't look close
I
enough
saw
at
the
the
list. Apparently,
itinerary.
he didn't.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, I never told you guys I could read. Thank you very much.
That ex-
yeah.
I am offended that you would assume as much. I
Right.
am
Right.
shocked and appalled. How dare you?
But you could read the label on the liquor bottle.
I have a translating app for reading that.
Is it
the
Google
20th
What does it
Translate?
century.
translate to?
But Google Translate wouldn't give me the right answer.
Oh. That's not
Does it
good.
translate it to alcoholese?
That's what you're for.
That's right.
So, the one of the topics that I have before we discuss, the real
The thing got
subject at
spoiled.
hand is just yesterday or 2 days ago, if considering that it is now 12 in the morning on November 2nd, it was Halloween. First Halloween where we couldn't really do trick-or-treating, or at least all the little kiddies couldn't. Or
Oh,
shouldn't.
fuck you, I go trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
Are you saying
Spreading
I'm too old to
COVID to
trick-or-treat?
all the poor people at the house?
Well, yeah. I mean, how else am I supposed to spread the fake virus? How dare you imply I'm too young
No,
to trick-or-treat?
that fake virus that was, of course, made up by China in a lab.
Was sent to terrorize us.
Yes, but it's also completely fake.
It still somehow is killing 200,000 people.
But
Yeah.
completely fake.
Literally 1 in 1,000 black people have died from it.
Nope, it's a hoax made up by the libs.
I'm afraid that people aren't going to pick up our sarcasm, guys.
Yeah,
don't think we're laying it on
probably
thick
gonna
enough.
get destroyed by some person on Tumblr
Wait, we're being sarcastic?
or Twitter. I mean, I've been using Twitter
worry, I'm-
and I've already gone like suspended from it twice.
Or I'm sure some
people are
dude wearing a
pussies.
fedora with a lizard icon is going to totally wreck us.
Well, we're
No,
totally getting owned.
that's He Who Shall Not Be Named. He's now on Storyfire now, but going back to Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you guys do?
Alright.
Let's start with you, Cap. What'd you do on Halloween? If
I had to work.
had to work.
We're doing God's work, my man.
Yeah,
God's
that's
work?
right.
Thou shalt not downplay
Yeah, I
thy
was-
work, for you do the good work, because you're a nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Manliest of professions.
What about you, Conquest? Did you do anything special, or did you also work on Saturday
Oh,
night?
I luckily had the night off, and I enjoyed it watching the local football game and getting drunk.
Oh,
Perfect Saturday night.
who was playing?
The Boise State Broncos were playing Air Force, the Air Force Academy. And Air Force sucked a big one, but that's okay, because we sucked a bigger one, but we still somehow won.
Sucked a
Hey, that-
bigger one? What's that one we suck?
So you see, Air Force is naturally a horrible team. Boise State is a good team with a horrible coach.
So it's
So
cock
even though we
suck.
beat Air Force, we lost in our heart.
So it's fucking cock we suck.
Oh no, that's for after the game.
Speaking of sucking cocks, what I did for Halloween was I helped finish paint the laundry room, which is super exciting. And then I forced my mom to eat Halloween candy with me and watch Coraline from 2009.
Did you paint
Lovely
with a
movie.
cock?
What?
Did you paint with the cock?
No, I watched the cock.
Oh, you watched the
The
cock.
cock. Because that's what Coraline was. It was fucking cock. Uh-oh. If it looks like I'm
defend it. It's an alright
I'm
film.
starting a wildfire here. There's a lot of people
Are
that
you?
like that movie.
1 out of 3, don't you forget it, bitch.
Yeah. I
It
don't
is an
know.
incredible film. I will defend it until my dying day. I incredibly enjoy that film.
Yeah, I used to love that film when I was a kid, but I think it
I don't
was
like
like
these
for the
little small-
animation and shit.
I don't like these little jabs you get in Elon.
Yeah, but like,
Hey, props to anyone who gets that reference.
I just found the writing to be really bad and all the characters to be really boring. There wasn't anything to get from it other than the animation.
How about we talk about video games? Namely, which ones we've been playing in the last week. App, you start.
Well, I've been playing The Evil Within because I decided to play a scary game for Halloween, and that looked scary, and I had it. I've had it for about 6 years, haven't touched it, so I decided to play it.
Fair
It
enough.
was definitely scary, but I didn't have any idea what was going on, and even after beating it, I still don't know what was going on.
Well, that's okay. The developers didn't either. That's why they made a sequel that had nothing to do with the first game.
That's what I've heard.
I'll defend the first game though. I quite enjoyed it. Story kind of meanders and it never really 100% connects, but I feel like it's a pretty good game for what it was. Given the fact that it was a horror game that was developed entirely of its own IP, I feel they did an
Right.
alright job.
I mean, I could definitely tell the Resident Evil and Silent Hill influences. Instead of getting chased by a guy with a pyramid on his head, you got chased by a guy with a safe on his head. So
To be fair, I
it
mean,
was
what modern horror game isn't influenced by one of those two games?
Limbo, if that counts as a horror game.
Is that really horror?
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe. Dead
it's
Space
horror
is
light.
kind of horror-ish, but
Yeah, but Dead Space came out after Resident Evil 4
right.
and 3.
Yeah, I think Dead Space might have come out after 5.
Regardless, the point is that Resident Evil had already made the transition to first-person / third-person shooter.
Yeah, like how they do that exactly.
What make a transition? By releasing the fourth game and then not acknowledging the fact that it has any ties to the other two games at all, with it being an entirely different genre.
Yeah. Do you think it had something to do with like the Resident Evil games before 4 being bad?
Oh god, no. Quite the opposite. 1, 2, and 3 are classics. I feel like the big thing was, I feel like they were sensing the changing tides because 4 came out right before Call of Duty, the original Call of Duty. It came out right on the cusp of the 6th generation when first-person shooters were really starting to take off. And I feel like they were trying to capitalize on that trend, and they happened to catch it right when it was taking off, and they were able to succeed off that. To the point where 4 is still probably the most successful Resident Evil game to date.
7's getting up there though.
I guess that's a good point, but again, that goes back to 7 had to completely reinvent the series.
Right, and it definitely did.
Speaking of,
Although,
have you
correct
guys...
me.
Before you continue.
No, I'll just say, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they redo 4 about three or four different times before they finally settled on the final version?
I know it got a complete overhaul at least once, as did Resident Evil 2, and 3 for that matter. Resident Evil is an incredibly chaotic series. The fact that it has 7 games absolutely astonishes me because it seems like every single game gets completely revamped once or twice during development.
Right.
I would not doubt
And
that there's 4 different versions of Resident Evil 7 floating around out there.
Is anyone looking forward to Resident Evil 8? I mean Village or 8?
8-Vidge?
8-Vidge?
I certainly am.
Yeah.
It will be if it's not like Resident Evil Survivor, whatever the hell that one was called.
Yeah, fuck that.
For Resident Evil Survivor. That's Resident Evil 6, isn't it?
Oh, no.
Because it has
there
V
was no
and
Resident
then
Evil
I.
6.
Or
They had a Resident Evil game. Was it Resident Evil or was it Metal Gear? Actually, it might have been Metal Gear.
yeah,
Oh, Metal Gear Survive with the... Oh,
That's
God.
what I'm thinking of. My apologies. My point is that Konami had released that and said that Resident Evil was also going in that direction, and I was afraid for that.
Well, Resident Evil's Capcom.
I'd be thinking of Silent Hill then. Oh, no,
I thought
I'm pretty
Silent Hill
that's
was
right.
Konami.
Yeah, Silent Hill is also Konami.
Yeah.
We're going to make a Silent Hill game like that. That's why I got confused. My apologies. Regardless,
Yeah,
I'm just looking forward to them porting Resident Evil 7 because that's supposedly happening.
Konami or Capcom?
Capcom.
Okay.
Yeah, they're porting
it
it.
to-
Well, they're porting it to next gen consoles.
Okay, that's good.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
At least that's what I've heard.
Supposedly, you know, because video game companies, they'll fucking lie to get your wallets.
Well, how many times have they ported GTA 5?
That has been on everything but a Nintendo console from the last 2 generations, soon to be 3, because I believe that it's getting a port onto the next generation consoles before 6 comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And people are gonna buy it.
Yeah. Speaking of generational gaps, guess how many generations of consoles Just Dance 2016 and 2017 have come out on? Oh,
Uh,
in 2018.
I have fucking no idea.
Probably 3 generations. They probably put on PS3, PS4, and they'll probably be on PS5.
It is not coming to PS5. Good guess though.
Really?
I'll give you a hint. It is 3 generations. It's 3 generations from a different company, a company that cut their generation short.
Oh, they put it on Wii, didn't they?
Both those games launched simultaneously on Wii, Wii U, and Switch. You don't know
Wow.
Why
something
on
even
Wii
better?
U?
That's the funny thing. In 2019 and 2020, they continued to release Just Dance games. However, those Just Dance games came out on Wii and Switch. They did not get a Wii U release, which means that there are games that exist on the Wii and the Switch, but not the Wii U.
Thank
That is
God.
hilarious.
They didn't
Although,
even bother porting it to the Wii U. They could have taken the Wii version, put it on a disc, and nobody would have known any different. That's how little people care about the Wii U. It literally isn't worth it for the company to print the discs to release it.
Yeah, speaking of the Wii U, I tried replaying a bit of Zelda Twilight Princess on it, and it
HD?
was still quite fun. Yeah, the
I
Wii
love the
U.
HD release. It looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I do hope it gets an import for the Switch. I totally buy that shit again.
I'm very disappointed that there hasn't been any major pushes for the Wii U for the Wii U Legend of Zelda games to come to Switch.
Yeah, like Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, probably a couple others. The only one they
Those
did
two are
add
the
was Hyrule Warriors.
those two are the big
we
ones that come to
also
my mind.
Yeah.
we also need an HD upgrade period of Skyward Sword.
Do we
Yeah,
really?
they
Do
haven't.
we really need to like fee?
Well, if we have Twilight Princess and we have Wind Waker, we might as well.
Right.
It's
You
only
gotta
reasonable.
finish that.
So quite frankly, I'm hoping since they did the Mario 35th anniversary, I'm hoping they'll do something similar for Link's 35th anniversary, or rather, Legend of Zelda's 35th anniversary.
Yeah, that
Because
kind of.
Legend of Zelda just does not get the love that Mario does. And I don't think it's fair.
I
It
kind of
is
think
most
I'm
certainly.
kind of worried about that because like the Mario third anniversary, they didn't really do anything but download emulated versions of the games and put it on the Switch console, and
That is true.
Yeah,
that's
but the
it.
difference is that Legend of Zelda holds up enough that you can have just emulated versions. It'll still be superior to the Mario one. At least
I don't
Legend
know.
of Zelda games haven't
I
aged.
wouldn't want to play the boxy, crappy-looking version that they did for Ocarina of Time back at the N64 days. I would
Well, there's
prefer
the
they use the
3DS.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was
like
hoping they'd do is that they take
the
at least
3DS
all these
version
games
and
at
put
least
it.
all these games have gotten all these games have gotten HD re-releases either on the 3DS or the Wii U. So really, they just need to compile them all onto a cartridge and throw it on Switch.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, they could charge $60 for it, and I'd still pay for it.
yeah. And for me, it'll be $80 because
You're a
Canadian.
filthy Canadian,
Yeah, I'm a filthy fucking Canadian.
and they don't accept monopoly money, so they're going to charge you more for it.
Fuck, fucking monopoly money. Is that where
Hey,
Canadian dollar is worth now?
that's what we call it because
Just
it's on
about.
colorful plastic.
Oh, how wonderful.
No,
How
Did
right?
your
Americans have such a respect for your country.
yeah. No one has much respect for. I don't know. Do people have respect for Canada?
no?
I sure as all respect Canada. You
Yeah.
can tell by the fact that I call their money monopoly money.
Yeah. Well, all I know is I don't have much respect for Canada. So,
Don't you
Then
live
move to
there?
the U.S. where you're truly free.
yeah.
Free to
Well, I do that, but I don't have much respect for myself either.
Where you'll have to pay
But
for your own health care.
In Canada, you don't have the freedom to be shot and murdered by police in the streets. Are you truly free?
You don't have the freedom to be choked out for 8 minutes.
You don't have the freedom to be
Look.
kidnapped by government thugs in unmarked suits.
Okay, we're getting into shaky territory here, but
Or the freedom to have forced hysterectomy.
Oh God. What the fuck?
Oh. Well, now that
Yeah.
everyone knows that Cap and me are dirty little libcucks, let's get back on topic, and I will talk about the fact that I bought Watchdogs Legion this week because that came out on Thursday.
Oh, how's that?
Yay.
It is very mediocre. I guess I should have
I had
expected
a
that knowing
feeling.
the first two games.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. They did not fall back on any of their promises. It's absolutely 100% everything that was promised and nothing more. The problem is they did not go beyond, at least as far as I've gotten, the game doesn't really go beyond. It is very interesting. From a technical standpoint, it's very impressive. They have unique voice actors for every character you can find. You can obviously find literally millions of people that you can hypothetically recruit. There's an individual mission for every single person. The technical level is very interesting. It's just the same gameplay from the first two games. It's not expanded upon at all. If anything, I'd argue it's kind of been simplified and rudimentary. And London, I'm sorry to say, but London is absolutely drab and awful compared to San Francisco or Chicago, especially San Francisco. That's one thing that was amazing about Watch Dogs 2 is that the game was absolutely gorgeous. And I cannot say that about London because London is just so bland. Visually speaking, that is.
But isn't that your typical Ubisoft game, though? That's
Well,
just mediocre and...
they are also a team of multicultural people from multicultural backgrounds, and their beliefs
God
are not
damn it.
reflected.
Maybe just to pander.
I'll defend Ubisoft. They're at the very least, Assassin's Creed's generally pretty interesting. Origins was quite good. I just
Rayman
feel like
Origins?
this game, Assassin's Creed Origins. God damn it! But
I'll
seriously,
agree
with
though,
Rayman.
The Watch Dogs Legion, I give it a solid 7 out of 10. It's a technical marvel. It is incredibly interesting. It's incredibly well polished. There's just not a ton there, and I haven't gotten far enough into the story to say it's worth investing your time in because I've been too busy playing their busy tasks, like trying to recruit people.
Yeah, that's the problem
Again,
with Ubisoft
it is a-
games. They're very well polished, they're very well made, but they're just plain fucking boring.
Some of
As
them
far
are
as
good.
I
That's
know.
the thing. The problem is I'm not far enough in the story to give it a fair, honest shake because how it is that they have busy work for you in the sense that you have to continue to recruit new people because there's an option when you start where if you check it, it's essentially like the hard mode in Zombie U, where it's when the character dies, they permanently die. I love it when
Oh.
games include things like that. And it's so rare in modern games. They had it in Zombie U and they had it in this. Both Ubisoft games, mind you. It's a cool concept, but as a side effect of that, you have to recruit a large amount of people before you really get going into the story. So I've done little to no story missions because I spent I played about 5 to 6 hours of the game so far. I spent all that time recruiting people. Just for when my character inevitably dies because you know it's going to happen. So you have to prepare for that.
Maybe if you get like 300 hours into the game, it'll get good.
Ain't nobody got
Absolutely
time for
good. That's
that.
the thing. But that's the problem is that I just don't know right now, you know?
Yeah, that is a bit of a problem.
So I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10 right now, as it stands.
Oh, just ring it that.
Technical marvel, land story so far. The first hour or so of the story mode is not going to capture your attention. It's just interesting, and that's it. It's very pretty. How's that? Is that a good compliment? The game is very pretty.
Guess.
Hey, that's all that matters to some people. To me, I feel like it sounds like what you're describing is like just artificially inflating the gameplay time, which I hate when games do that because I feel like they don't respect, your time and ability to play games.
Ubisoft's defense, it's not like they forced me to pick the options I did pick. I willingly chose to the hard mode, and I willingly chose to pick the deathmatch mode. So it's not fair for me to say that the game is awful as a result of those choices because they did not force me to make those choices. I made that choice myself willingly.
I see.
So in that way, I can't really blame the game for the artificial length of play because I absolutely could have set it on easy mode. I absolutely could have make character deaths not permanent, and I probably would be much farther in the game than I am now. I made my bed, so I have to lie in it.
Good.
Good.
Gosh, what have
You
you
just
done in
wanna-
Pokemon lately?
I don't know. I've just been EV and IV training Pokemon like the fucking loser that I am.
You're not going to use this opportunity to complain about Sword and Shield? I'm giving you an open platform, bud.
I mean, what do you want me to
Here-
say? The games fucking suck. Story is terrible. New Pokemon are absolutely god awful. The only good thing
Hey,
about
Trey,
the
I got something to
Pokemon
say.
are the legendaries. That's the only good thing I can say about them.
That is what I wanted to hear.
Yeah,
Hey,
I love
Trey, I
when you
got
get
something to
mad.
say.
but for some reason I'm addicted to that shit.
It be that the games don't suck? Dun dun dun.
It's like heroin, but you know, you don't
You know,
like that you're
actually,
doing it. You know, you feel like a piece of shit for doing it, but you still do it because you're addicted to the feeling.
you're more right than you actually know.
Yeah.
Because
Why is that, Cap?
like heroin, they give you the good shit up front. They gave you the pure shit, and then as time goes on, they're slowly cutting it with more and more trash. Until now, you're probably only getting like 10% heroin and like 90% baking.
Hey, I I have my reasons for doing heroin, you know.
But
It makes
on
you feel
that,
like a
on
man when you
this,
stick a needle in your vein.
Yeah. That's kind of what Pokemon is for me. It's heroin. It's something that, you know, I really should
gotta shoot 'em
stop.
all.
Yeah. Or in Game Freak's case right now, gotta shoot some of them.
Right.
Jesus.
Or would
Also,
that
I
be like
agree the DLC is trash.
I know Isle of Armor is trash. Crown Tundra I heard is a little bit better or something. But
Plus, now you
It's
get all the Pokemon that
just
you're
a little
originally
bit.
supposed to get, so...
Yeah.
not all of them.
Isle of Armor
Only some
gave
of them.
Pokemon that were supposed to be in the game originally, at least in my opinion, and a million other people's opinions. But, you
Now
know.
you're one step closer to being able to catch them all.
And now they're one step closer to being like Blizzard.
And I'm one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to.
Yeah. I'm about to break too. Especially with all that heroin I'm doing. I don't think I could live like that anymore.
Yeah, and does it make you feel like a man when you stick a spike in your vein?
It doesn't.
Love making references that nobody gets. Because it's going to be really funny to see how the comments argue about it.
Yeah.
What can I say? I'm a shithead.
Or maybe we're just
So
purposely no selling some of them.
so you know I've been doing a lot of heroin and I think it all started with one specific thing that I experienced, and it's only gotten worse since then. But I don't know. We're 30 minutes in. We might as well talk about new game.
Really dark.
I have a lot to say about a new game. New
Yeah.
game
Well,
is an anime on
hold
feature.
on. Let's not jump right into opinions. Let me just try to tell people what it is first. So
And I have my description, but I guess you should probably give the fair one.
yeah, I'll give my description. So if you don't know what new game is, it was mentioned before in this shit show that we call a podcast. It's an anime that came out in 2016. 2 seasons apparently. There seems to be an audience for this shit, and it's rated a 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb, and for that's great. Anyways, so I'm just gonna read the plot summary. So the main
It's on
character.
IMDb, folks.
Can I read?
Apologies.
Okay. The main character, generic anime girl name, graduates from high school and joins a game company. The person who made the game that generic anime girl name loved as a grade schooler just happens to be generic anime girl named senior at the company. The story follows girls who work and aspire at the Ego Jump company. That's a plot summary. So, I've been familiar with this anime for a while, and Captain and Conquest have only recently seen it. So,
Very.
let's get into just our overall opinions of it. So, Cap, let's start with you. What did you think of it?
So overall, my biggest impression is wholly fan service. Within the first 5 minutes, panties and unbelievable boob physics.
Was it really that, or was it? I don't really know. It's been a while since I watched it, but
Oh, there was some. I think they.
I
have
remember
the gravity.
I remember the underpants scene.
Oh boy, if it was only an underpants scene.
Yeah. If it was
Wait.
a vagina scene, that it'd be better.
I think I watched the wrong version.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I'm
God.
looking at it. It says it's like PG-13.
Technically speaking, yes, it's PG-13. So are many other schlocky, hacky, what's the word? Garbage things, PG-13?
Do you think why was this anime made exactly? Does anyone know why? Because I've rewatched like even my reaction to it, because I'm that type of person, and I still can't determine what kind of people would actually like it.
Fan
Weeaboos.
service.
Yeah,
if I may.
Or weeaboos, yes.
But what kind of fan service? Like, there's like animes that do have that shit, but you know they're rated MA and they actually show tits and ass fully exposed.
Well,
It's
I
for
got a hot
teenage
take.
degenerates.
Well,
yeah, but
here's
they can
here's
look
my
up porn, right?
there's so many fallacies with this anime. So, first off, it's an all-female gaming studio, which I'm all for equality, but I don't think they exist.
I don't think they're going
especially-
for equality with that one.
Well, I'm
I
going
mean, if
for,
they were,
you know,
they'd give those characters character.
and let's be real here. Who in any field gets a job right out of high school at any type of well-known high-end gaming studio or any type of business for that matter?
It's easy.
Like, oh, you're fresh out of high school. Here, help us with our game that's going to be the sequel to the greatest series of all time.
It's easy because Japan. That's the reason, right?
Oh, okay.
Let's just say.
I believe now is when I should be allowed to speak. Because, Josh, I say this as your friend, you are a degenerate bastard. That show made me feel disgusting watching it. It was nothing but TNA garbage. I felt grosser watching it, and my life has been worsened by its existence. I lived a happy life before having to be forced to watch that pilot, and I will argue that is the worst pilot I've ever been forced to watch. The writing was awful. The visuals were disgusting. It was obscene. I feel gross and horrified. How could you?
Well, the problem here is, you know, all that you're saying is true, but like, you know, I feel like it could have been worse because I've seen much worse than New Game, and that's a bit
Right.
of a problem.
Instead of being a high schooler, or instead of being fresh out of high school, she could have been a 14-year-old.
I feel like they just put in the part where she says she's 18 just to try to make it okay for us American viewers, if there are any American viewers of
Well,
this.
it's 100% that. Just like them talking about being fresh out of high school, there is no fucking way that is in the Japanese script. Not a chance in hell. That is 100% written for the American audience.
They say
It's a loose
we watched the
translation.
dubbed version because we watched the dubbed version. So to anyone who says, "Oh, it's Baron subbed," we're not gonna bother with that shit. So you can fuck off.
Well, one of us was about to watch the subbed
Two of
version,
us
but
was
he was
about to
told
watch
not
the
to.
subbed version.
Well,
We
do
were
you
all explicitly forced to
if
watch
all
the
you hear
dubbed.
is like high pitched English speaking girls, you'd think it would only be worse if they were high pitched Japanese speaking girls. Because
Oh,
their
there
already
was.
annoying voices are even more annoyinger, as someone
Touche.
would
I
put
feel
it.
like at that point I would have completely crossed the line. I would have completely felt like a sex predator, and I would have yeeted myself off the nearest cliff.
You know, there's actually one person, the person who played the blonde haired girl, I felt like she was like the worst part of the entire show. It's like she didn't even give a single fuck about the script. Like she just
Oh, there's no.
said it blandly. She didn't give a shit about what she was saying. She did like a half-assed job.
I would 100% believe that that was her first reading of the script based on her performance.
Yeah, that was like her first reading, and they were like, good enough. It's like
They
no one
just
even
recorded
gave
the
a
table
shit.
read.
Which comes to my major problem with the show. It's so fucking cheap. Like it's so cheap, from the visuals to like the character designs to like the dialogue to even the
I beg
fucking
to differ.
cat.
That kind of
It
panty
was high
shot.
quality.
That kind of
You know
kind of
what?
panty shot is that's a $10 a month on OnlyFans kind of panty shot.
That's not even OnlyFans shit. OnlyFans get more than that crap. Maybe not from
Yeah, I
Bella
mean
Thorne, but
the animation was actually high quality.
I ha-
It
I
was
don't even know if
professional.
I
It
don't
was
even know if I
professionally
would
done.
even agree. I think
I'll
Yeah, I
agree with
mean
Garachi. That I have seen much better animation for much lower budget. That was cheap for the price.
I think
well, I also
the
don't watch a lot
characters'
of.
designs are extremely uninspired.
That is true. I could not tell the
Anyways,
difference.
I just
Any
wanted
of
to
them.
go back to something, like back to what I was trying to say before, which was the cat. Like, you know, in some animes I've seen, they've like had like a cat sound effect where it sounds like a cat, but with this one they just had the cat go wow.
Hey, to be fair, that sounds just like my cat at home.
Really, it
Maybe the
sounds
cat
like
was
a
sick.
person just not giving a shit. It's just say telling a guy, "Hey, just meow like a cat," and
Believe
then
it or
he
not,
was
that
like,
actually is how fat old
"Meow."
Tom cats sound.
I gotta disagree. I thought it sounded way too much like a fucking person. It's like that's not how a fucking cat sounds like. They're so cheap. Like, can you not afford a fucking cat sound effect for like 199 or
Well,
something?
I mean, they couldn't afford
When
real voice actors, so I'm gonna go note with
well,
no.
clearly they could. Like,
Not
if
the
they put
not
like
the importing audience, not the importing studio.
if they put like half the effort that they put in the animation, it will come out as somewhat competent.
I feel like the problem here is that they took what was a successful anime overseas and they brought it here with the cheapest importing studio they possibly could find, and that studio used interns for their voice actors.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like
Interns who are there for a technology degree, not voice acting interns.
Wait, are you saying fresh out of high school interns?
Yes, I am. Thank you very
Oh,
much. Oh,
oh.
oh, oh, oh,
oh, me Reiki.
oh.
Me Reiki
We're
by
putting,
anime.
yeah, that's
Yamaha.
probably their
How?
target audience. Creepy 40-year-old Japanese men.
Yeah,
So
I
Master
really don't
Roshi
know.
then.
I actually
Yeah,
looked
pretty much.
into the show a little further, not by actually watching the show itself, but I saw
Oh,
like
you mean you weren't hooked after the first episode? You didn't feel like giving it more of a chance, Josh?
a, well, not really after not after watching the
Well,
first episode. I wanted to die when I saw it. Like I was praying for death.
I don't know. Sounded like you were pretty. Sounded
Like
like the cat had your tongue for a second.
yeah, I fucking hated New Game. It was like one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. It just pisses me
Thank you,
off.
folks.
It's just and the people who like think it's good, like it just shows to me like anime people who watch anime just they don't seem to really care about anything other than just, oh look, the animation is good, or girls being sexual with each other. Like, as I was saying, there was a gif of like girls taking PG-13 showers, and that straight up pisses me off. Like, I'm so sick of seeing that fucking shit in anime. It's all that anime is now. Like, it's come to the point where like the art form, the original writing, the interesting characters, all that is thrown out the window because studios seem to realize that, you know, people want to focus on one thing, and that's just cute anime girls doing cute anime things, like show off their PG-13 tits and say really shitty dialogue about how they'll do their best and all that fucking crap.
Well, it's a
Thank you,
vicious
folks.
cycle.
He
And
uh he had seen this before we did, so he knew all of this. He knew about how awful it was, and he still made us watch it.
well, well, I have to because like there needs to be more of a stink about this anime. Like, if I'm the only one hating on it, then that's a real problem. There should be more people who shit talks this pile of trash and says, you know what, it's gone to this point where enough is enough. We have so many shitty animes. Like, I've seen 200 of them, and this is only one of the worst ones. But I've seen over 200 animes, and like 90% of them are just hot garbage.
Well,
Just complete hot garbage. I
I
don't
think
know
what
if
the
I'm looking
issue
in the wrong
there,
direction or anything. I'm trying to find good ones, but I always end up finding shitty ones. It's like, Jesus fuck.
it's a vicious cycle, because think of what the anime stereotype. Oh, you like anime? You must like big fat anime titties.
Yeah,
So,
and
because
this,
there's that negative stereotype, that's all they make is anime with big fat anime titties. Vicious cycle.
yeah, vicious cycle indeed.
Oh,
I also hate how this anime tries to like pander to nerds and shit. Like, you know,
Well,
the
that's
yeah, of course. That's
short-haired
gonna be their core audience.
no, but you know the short-haired brunette girl who takes out a lightsaber and starts playing with it for a bit? It's like, fuck you, honestly.
what
Oh,
are they
yeah,
trying
that's
to
Fuck
say
totally
there?
yourself.
that's totally how
Well,
motion is tracked.
You know, I've seen a lot of animes during my day, and like whenever I think about new game or think about animes just like it, and then I see how much praise it gets, it just makes me think, you know, the fans of the show should probably kill themselves. But anyways, what about the one where there's like the shy girl? You know, she's feeling extremely shy and can't talk to people in real life, but on the computer she's fine.
She's every angry white man's sexy weeaboo wife.
right.
She's
The
every
what's
generic anime girl ever created. There's someone I talked to
Yeah,
on
but
Twitter, and they
that's
said they liked New Game because of how unique and interesting the characters were, and how they all got together, and you
was?
got to see those personalities clash with each other.
Were they
they're
kidding?
all the same personality. Did
And
they watch the
I'm pretty sure
show?
that was a troll, but you know,
There's also another specific scene that I had issue with, which was the photo ID, where she
yeah.
has her like lined up, like we're gonna take your picture, and then she just like comes up to her and like fucking opens her shirt. It's like that's not okay.
It's not okay.
Uh,
And what
like quid
world
pro
is
bono.
that okay?
In the world where she's taking her shirt open to give her the ID. Clearly, that's a quid pro quo sexual
I
harassment.
fucking
Is it
hate
not?
the humor in the show. Like, comedy in anime has always been known to be like the worst fucking comedy in the world. Like, it makes even the worst
Equally knows.
episodes of Big Bang Theory look good. I'm gonna
Whereas
argue
they,
that until the day I fucking die.
let's not go that far. Let's not get
I
too
no,
crazy
I'm
here.
going that far because at least I could say they make fucking jokes. Like, you can understand that they're making jokes. You may not think it's funny, but at least you could say it's
I don't know.
jokes. But with anime, they think that the only way to be funny is to just have cheap animation and yelling and then stupid shapes that look like shitty drawn versions of hexagons or pigs or something.
I
don't
feel
know.
like we
The
could
emoji
debate
games
what
were.
should be
Yeah.
considered a joke, but I'll concede on this one and admit that anime is probably the lowest form of comedy. But I refuse to admit that The Big Bang Theory has jokes on it.
Has more
That
jokes than
sullies the
fucking
nature
New
of the
Game, that's for sure.
that sullies the nature of the word joke, though.
There
Wait,
are
lowest
only
form of
two
comedy.
animes I could find that I could say are funny. The Devil is a Part-Timer and Love Chinibyo and Other Delusions. The rest of them are just not funny and they're fucking shit.
I don't know,
Trigun
guys-
was
Castlevania was
pretty
pretty funny.
I mean, they're probably not like funny to you, but me
Have you not
and
seen
that's maybe
Castlevania
not
before?
because you guys aren't really into anime and all that, but you know, for someone like me who tries to get into anime and wants to appreciate the art form, I find them to be at least somewhat decent. I'd never really recommend them to anyone. I mean, I'd rather recommend shit like Death Note and that
No,
crap.
that's-
Netflix movie.
Oh God, no,
The
no,
Netflix movie
no!
doesn't
Kill it with
exist.
fire.
Oh,
It doesn't exist, so I don't know
Oh, no,
what you're
no.
talking about.
you guys know what the best comedy anime is? Castlevania.
Castlevania?
Castlevania.
I've never heard of it.
Absolutely.
Never heard of Wait, no, for real?
Yeah, I haven't heard of it.
It's an anime adaptation of the video game. The joke I was making is that it's horribly gory and absolutely, completely disturbing. The idea that it would be funny is equally disturbing.
Right,
No, we totally missed the mark on that.
I guess.
I figured that at least you have seen it, Cap.
I actually haven't.
What the hell, man?
Yeah, well, tell you what, just you can just
I'm not-
put it in the chat later or something.
Or how about we do
We'll
that
look
for
at-
next time?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm game.
Yeah, we'll see what it's like. Anyways, back to New Game. So would you say like what would be like your favorite part of the show? If you don't
The
mind.
end
I
me
have
credits?
to.
Yeah. What's your favorite part?
I liked the
The end credits.
Yeah.
Jinx.
No, the end credits. I can't even say the end credits were the
Because
best
they're
part.
painful because
It was
they're
painful.
painful because they have the stupid little recap thing.
What? That's incredible. You know, when she was talking about, and this is probably my least favorite scene from the entire show, but like when they're outside and then there's a fucking cherry blossom tree and the cherry blossoms to try and make it look like it has some sort of fucking meaning, and then blonde-haired bitch tells her what the project they're working on is, and she says, "We're working on Fairy Story."
Tale 3.
No, Fairy
Fairy
Stories
Story
3.
3. My
And then her
apologies.
hair just blows to the side, and I'm just like, "Fuck you, go fuck yourself, go die. How dare you fucking do that shit? Like it's not even. I don't even know, but it's
I don't
like,
know. I thought the first two fairy stories.
You did? What did you think of them?
Oh, they were phenomenal.
Oh, I should give them a try then. That'd probably be good. But yeah, then when the girl's talking to like her friend on the phone, and the girl has like this really high pitched, and oh my god, it pisses me off so fucking much. It gets me so riled up, like gets my blood boiling. Fuck this anime, I hate it.
I think I figured out what my favorite part is.
What
The
is it?
second time that she gets trapped outside because she is so miserable, I get to revel in a little bit of Schadenfreude at her expense.
So, I guess that means there's nothing good about it.
Like I said, I
Even
take
that
joy in
part
the main
was-
character's misery.
But they
even
try to
that
play it
part was
off as
illogical.
humor. So,
She couldn't just knock.
yeah, I guess not.
Really not.
Potty time, potty time. When you gotta go, it's potty time. I fucking hated that line.
I don't know. I think that's masterful work. I feel
Oh.
like feel like Alfred
Yeah.
Hitchcock would have had a
It
stroke
was-
out of jealousy.
It was definitely Quentin Tarantino writing. Definitely on the
Yes.
same page as Christopher Nolan's masterful works of art. New Game 10 out of 10. Best animation,
11 out
best
of 10.
humor, best
Martin
score.
Scorsese
The
looked
score,
like Michael Bay.
The score was fucking phenomenal.
Francis Ford
Score
Coppola,
was-
eat your heart out.
Even the music was
Why?
just so cheap.
Steven Spielberg, eat shit. This is
Zack
This
Snyder,
is
go fuck
truly-
yourself. Oh wait, I forgot.
George
Zack,
Lucas?
Zack
Fuck off.
Snyder. Snack Snyder.
I'd go for snack cider.
I'd go for a little bit of snack cider right now. But
Is that going to be
maybe
the
it's
true
because
cut
of that
Justice League
delicious
now after they
anime
released the Snyder
food
cut?
they showed in New Game.
Oh,
All aboard
yeah,
the
like the
gravy
tea.
train. Woot woot.
I forgot about that scene.
Yeah,
Wow.
they were at a
Uh.
restaurant.
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
Another inaccurate. First day on the job, no orientation. Here, start coding. Have fun.
Have fun.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how it works in the gaming
Or
industry.
can you imagine being hired on in a game studio as an artist or something and being handed a book about how to do 3D animation because you've never done it before? Imagine being hired as a 3D animator with zero 3D experience or knowledge.
You know, my main question is this, like, how do you make an anime that's so fucking boring to watch, but then you make it extremely annoying? Like, how is it possible? Does anyone know how it's possible? Because I sure don't.
Big
I feel like there's
Big
a
fat
reverse
anime
correlation.
Really don't know how they do it, but they did it. You would have thought you'd
Big
be
fat
either
anime
really
titties.
boring or really annoying. It's really fucking hard to be both.
They succeeded. That is why they are truly, truly the Alfred Hitchcock of their genre. Because they managed to make the worst of the worst.
Yeah, that's...
really threading the needle there.
It's not even the worst one I've ever seen. That's the sad part.
Well, I need something at least watchable next week. I need something that'll, at the very least, not make me want to kill myself as bad. Preferably something I can get through without drinking. How's that?
My Little Pony.
So you're trying to give me alcohol poisoning now. I see how it is.
Oh,
You
come
got me.
on. At least My Little Pony, like, has, like, some kind of plot compared to this. Like, where's the plot and story in this anime?
Well, there's
where
a
is
very clear plot and story. It was a Mary Sue gets hired on a job she's not qualified for, makes friends, and then the episode ends.
That's
a
not a
plot.
story. That's everyday life.
Yeah, exactly.
That's everyday life for a person who spends way too much time on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly.
There's-
That's what
There's
this
no
anime
something
is
of a
for.
plot.
People who just live those fake lives about where they have rich parents, and the worst thing that ever happens to them is, oh, a friend doesn't want to hang out with them one day, or oh, they stubbed their toe. That's the worst thing to happen to them. Or they missed
How
the
could
bus
this
happen?
Well,
You.
because something
I
simple
I
happened.
stubbed my toe today. How dare you?
Well,
How
was
dare
the
you
worst thing
trivialize
was
stubbed
that the worst
toes?
thing to happen to you?
Oh God, no. But you're trivializing stubbed toes. How dare you?
I think
This is the worst thing to happen to you so far.
I think the worst thing that happened to me, well,
That's probably the best
the,
part
the
of my
second
day.
worst thing that happened to me was the heroin addiction. The first worst thing is this anime, but
Yeah, you really got to
Oh.
kick that heroin addiction.
yeah, well, I'm trying. I mean,
Oh no, he's
I'm
losing so
recovering
much weight
from
though.
I'm recovering by watching some South Park.
Don't forget to bring it home.
Okay, then I guess I'm not gonna get out of this heroin addiction. So,
Won't you
conclusion.
take me now?
What
Funky
should the
town.
conclusion of this discussion be of this anime?
Because
Don't
we
watch
haven't
it.
suffered enough, go ahead and leave your comments below about the anime, and we'll discuss them next
No,
time.
but just say what you just say what you think, you stupid fuck.
In conclude, this made my drinking problem worse.
And Cap, what do you have to say?
If you want to watch a well animated, a well voice acted, a well thought out anime with a coherent plot and a really well thought out rising action, conflict, and falling action, this is not the anime for
Yeah, this, you
No,
know,
that's Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live-action film,
you know,
you.
I'm
I
as
just threw
directed
up
by
a
M.
little.
Night Shyamalan.
I would say I'm the one that likes New Game the most out of the three of us, and I
That
fucking
is
think it's
saying
one of the
something.
worst things to ever exist. My opinion has not changed of it. I still think it's a steaming pile of bullshit. And considering that there are animes before it, like Sonny Annie the Supersonico animation, which you guys haven't seen, and a lot of you probably haven't seen. But, you know, at least there's an excuse for that one. Because it came out in 2014, and you could watch it as this how not to do a really shitty anime. But with this, it's like, this came out in 2016. That boat has fucking sailed.
Oh god,
You
I
do
forgot it
shit
came out
with
in
no
2016.
Yeah, you do shit with no fucking plot, no fucking story, and all that shit, then you can go fuck yourself. So, that's all I really have to say. Not the worst anime I've ever seen, but it's definitely one of the worst. So, what would your scores be? Out of 10? Or whatever.
I'm not allowed to give negative scores.
On a scale of like 0 to 10, what would you give it?
0 out of 10. No redeeming factors. Please spare yourselves.
I see.
I'd give it a 1 out of 10, just because there's some parts where it's fun to pick apart and make fun of, like what we're doing currently.
Yeah, for me it's a 0 out of 10. Fuck this anime. There's
Well, fuck you two then.
there's not.
Yeah, I mean, you're the one
There's
who's
like
enjoying
no
the
redeeming
pain.
qualities. Like if you were to say like it deserves a 1 because of the animation, well, first of all, there's like plenty of other animes with just as good animation, if not better. And second of all, it's just a really shitty scapegoat. So yeah,
Well,
if
fine
it
then,
was
0. I
cheaply
take it back.
animated, it would be 0. But yeah, 0 out of 10 for me.
App, I'm sorry that you are a masochist, but I am not. My score stands. There is
I,
nothing enjoyable about this anime. Nothing redeemable whatsoever.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking draining. I wish I never saw it, honestly. I wish I never knew of its existence. And I wish there
Yet
was
you started us
that
anyways.
I wish there were people that don't fuck. I wish there were people that didn't like it. I wish people did not like this show, even a little bit, even for irony's sake, because even ironically I can't enjoy this show.
But I wish I had a neuralizer from Men in Black, so I could wipe the show from my memory. That is the kind of
Well,
pain this show puts me in.
we'll work on that. I'll
yeah, that
try
would
to
come.
like start a Kickstarter where we can make that thing a reality.
Let's do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
if only.
That'll be future plans. Speaking of future plans,
Ooh, I get to say the thing now?
plans for like future podcasts or whatever. Like what maybe we can discuss later or
Ooh, how about the fact that they should send in their questions so that we can answer them and suffer with them
yeah,
instead
but
of laughing at
I
our
second the
pain?
motion.
you know, but since we're fucking nobodies right now, how are we gonna get people to like see this podcast and then leave questions in the comments section below?
Being entertaining.
Yeah,
Right.
which we are not. Which is why we shouldn't do podcasts.
Hey, roll credits.
Roll credits. We're not done yet,
No, oh.
but
Oh,
Well, that was the perfect ending, dude.
it was well tough shit.
That's okay.
Every ending's gotta be disappointing in one way or
Yeah.
That's what my
another.
ex-wife said.
Nice.
Thank you. That
Well,
is not what she said.
yeah, because if you have like a happy ending to something, you'll just end up with Hobson,
Jesus.
and nobody wants that. So yeah, you want to leave any social links, social media you want to?
Yes. I actually have a documentary series launching soon. The channel will be called Appaloosa Productions. It will be live probably before this episode is live. So go check that out, guys.
Cap, you got something to say?
I'm working on a book that should come out sometime next year.
Awesome. And
More details to
Guess we get to
follow.
hear him plug that every week for the next 16 or so weeks.
as for
Now you're getting it.
non-bullshit plugins, I have
Hey, bullshit.
as for, as for me, I have there's my product placement paranoia channel, which of course you can check out. And it's full of fun, high quality videos that I hopefully you can all enjoy. I'll leave a link to that in the description. And to those who are subscribed to my product placement paranoia channel, uh, I'll of course make a promo video of this channel, post it, and leave a link in the description of that video. And also be sure to follow me on Twitter at PPP_official. And also I have a Twitch account, which you could follow at PPPC Gaming. Gay as in gay, homosexual, Ming. M-I-N-G. So, that's
We'll also
about
have
it.
Appaloosa Productions linked.
Yep. Yeah, I'll make sure to
And
have
if he
that shit
doesn't,
linked as well.
if he doesn't, I'll beat him up
Yeah, he
on
lives
the
20 minutes
podcast.
away from me.
I'll hunt him down and I'll beat him up live on the channel for everyone.
So
I'll film.
I'll see you all next episode, if there even is a next episode, which there probably
Well,
will, or
There
because
will be a next episode because I need to torture Gerard's time.
Hashtag 5 seasons in
what
a
are you
movie.
gonna suggest to me? What's gonna be your recommendation?
We
Big
gotta
Bang
have it be
Theory.
a surprise. Oh yeah, Big Bang Theory. There we go. That's the anime we'll watch. We'll watch the Big Bang Theory. We all have to watch the pilot episode of the Big Bang Theory. Thank you, Cap.
Nah, you can't do that.
You're welcome.
I've already watched tons
Josh.
of Big Bang Theory, so
You're watching
Josh.
one more.
tough shit.
We
You'll
had
have
to
to
watch
find something
New Game.
that I haven't seen. Wait, what?
I mean, is that a challenge? We'll find something.
Yeah, good luck.
Ooh.
I've seen lots of terrible shit. You're gonna have trouble finding shit that I truly hate, especially if it's live action and stuff.
Well,
Lady
I've got
Gaga
some
episode of The
ideas.
Simpsons?
Oh no. That's too easy. No, don't worry, Cap. I'll message you about it later. I'll message you about it later. I got something real diabolical planned.
Alright, awesome. I'm down.
Yeah, just to torture me a little bit.
On that sour note,
Yeah. So thank you all for watching. Say bye.
ciao.
Adios.
Bye.